Hello Soul Fam and everyone out there in the world. This is Nihility to Entity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for all signs. This is a flight Astro reading. Thanks to Dola for introducing that. Again, I will keep on saying that as long as I keep on doing these readings. Now, with that being said, this is going to be a reading for the week of July 4th to the 11th, and starting off with the reading is Aries. So we're starting with Aries. Now Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Excuse me. Alright, so this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. And so Aries is cardinal fire, initiating, creating new ways of seeing the emotions. And with that being said, Aries is born out of the first house of self and individuality. So let's see what your Neo is and see what is going on for you for the week of July 4th to the 11th. Now, alright, so 3 of Hearts. So something or someone in your surroundings, which is 3, is an opportunity. Hearts. So there is something or someone in your close vicinity, your local surroundings, that is an opportunity. So we're starting off with life, which is really good. Now, let's move on to the Morpheus. Let's see what's in the middle of this reading. The Morpheus is the Jack of Clubs. So you hit the jackpot of a learning process. So something or someone in your surroundings is an opportunity, and or a place as well. As there might be a place that's an opportunity that's in your surroundings, your local surroundings. But I feel strongly that this is a person or a thing. Now, with the Jack of Clubs, you've hit the jackpot, like I said, of a learning process. So you are learning a whole lot right now. Let's look at the Trinity to see how this reading is wrapped up. Then we will tally these cards up to see what energies you are dealing with, or what energies you need to use to rectify this energy. Alright, so 8 of Clubs. So with the Jack of Clubs and the 8 of Clubs here, you are spending a whole lot of time 8 in learning process by hitting the jackpot of said learning process. Because so in the totality of the reading, something or someone or a place in your surroundings is an opportunity, and from this opportunity you've hit a jackpot of a learning process, and you are spending time into said learning processes. Now, let's tally these up and see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So 8 plus 3 is 11, plus the Jack, which is 11, so that's 11 plus 10 is 21, plus that other 1 is 22. 2 plus 2 is 4, so you could be dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you need to utilize the Cancer energy to rectify this. What does that mean? That means to put more care into whatever you got going on, or put more care into the person that you are dealing with, or put more care into the place that you are interested in. Now, with that being said, moving on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So Tauruses, You are fixed Earth, being fixated on your own ways of thinking and being practical. And Taurus is born out of the second house of values and how you plant seeds. So, with that being said, let's pull out your Neo, your first card, and move, and so you can move, so we can see what energies you are dealing with during this week. Now, your first card that you get is the Ace of Hearts. So you are the opportunity. You are the, like I said, the opportunity. So pay attention to how you are as an individual. Your second card, which is the Morpheus, is the Six of Clubs. So you are paying attention to a learning process. So keep paying attention to this learning process now, and I feel as if you are learning that you are the opportunity. Because the Ace of Hearts came out first, so you are the opportunity, but the second card was you paying attention to a learning process. Now, and that's for some of you, not all of you. But, moving on to the third card, the Trinity. To close your reading off, then we will calculate all these up to see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy. Now, your Trinity is the Queen of Hearts, so this is you receiving grand support from an opportunity. So, this is really good. Now, let's review. You, Ace of Hearts, you are the opportunity, and you are paying attention to a learning process, whether that be a person, place, or thing, circumstance, or situation, and you are receiving grand support from an opportunity. So, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So, 6 plus Ace is 7, which Ace is 1 is 7, plus another 10 for the 10 for the Queen. That's 17, plus the other 2, that's 19. So 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 plus 0, 0 is just more space. If it dropped down to 10, it would be a Capricorn, but since it added up to 10, you are either dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or an underlining Capricorn. Or you need to utilize the Aries energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to be more about yourself and your individuality. Or you need to utilize the Capricorn energy, underlining Capricorn energy, to rectify this. And what does that mean? That means to be about your business and your status. Be about what you're working on and what you got going on for yourself. Now, moving on to Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury's. So, Gemini is mutable air, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And Gemini is born out of the third house of surroundings, local environment, and friends. You could say friends as well. It's short distance travel. Now, let's pull out your first card to see what you got going on. As the Neo, so 9 of Hearts. So you are ascending 9 into an opportunity. Hearts. So you are ascending into opportunities. This is really good to see. You could be ascending into a new relationship, or existing relationship growing up, or ascending into an opportunity as far as a business goes, or ascending into an opportunity of a thought that you've come up, but in some way, shape, or form, you are ascending into an opportunity. Now let's pull out the Morpheus card, see what is in the middle of your deck or your reading. So your Morpheus is the 10 of spades. So the 10 is dissension, spades is opposition. Since those are both black, they cancel each other out, so you are descending from opposition. Now let's move on to the Trinity to end your section of the reading off. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury's. So 4 of Hearts. So whatever you have on your mind is an opportunity. So whatever you're thinking about is an opportunity. You could be thinking about a new business, a personal business. You could be thinking about a relationship, or you could be thinking about a thought form of some sort. But in all in all, you are thinking about an opportunity. Now, let's tally these up to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So 10 plus 9 is 19, plus another 4 is 24. So, yeah, 10 plus 9 is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. No, 23. 3 plus 2 is 5, and 5 correlates to Leo. So you could be dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you need to utilize the Leo energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to be more expressive and to be more about your creative endeavors. Express yourself. Don't hold back. Express what you feel like you need to say. All my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Risings. And in doing so, we'll rectify this energy. Now, moving on to Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Now, Cancer, you are cardinal water, so you initiate and create new ways of feeling the emotions, and you guys are dealing with the 4th house of home and private life. Now, that's what the house that Cancer was born out of was the 4th house. So, let's pull out your first card of the reading, which is the Neo. So your first card is the Jack of Diamonds. So you've hit the jackpot of a gift. So I don't know if we don't know if this gift is good or bad, but as far as we can tell right now, this is a life, and you've hit a jackpot of a gift. Now moving on to the Morpheus. And the Morpheus for you is the King of Diamonds. So you're giving your grand support to a gift. So this gift is really important. Well, as far as we can tell from right now with the Neo and the Morpheus, this gift is really important. Since you've hit the jackpot of a gift and you're giving your grand support to said gift. Now, going to the Trinity. For the Trinity is the Jack of Clubs. So you get the Jack of Clubs for your Trinity card. So this is a jackpot of a learning process. So you have a bunch of life, a bunch of gifts. You've hit the jackpot of a gift, and you've given your grand support to said gift, but you haven't to learn a whole lot in order to get these gifts, because this came out last. If this came out you're learning. You've hit the jackpot of a learning process by hitting the jackpot of gifts and giving your grand support to gifts. Now, these are big energies. I feel a lot of you have a lot going on for you, but let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or what energies or who you are dealing with in totality. Now, with a Jack, King, and Jack, or at least 10, so that's 30. Jack is 31, Jack is 32, plus another 3 for the King is 35. 5 plus 3 is 8. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you need to utilize the Scorpio energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to be be about behind closed doors energies. Don't show everybody your hand. Don't show everybody what you got going on. Learn what you got to learn and implement these gifts. Okay? Now, moving on to Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and, Sun, Moon, and Risings. So Leo is fixed fire, being fixated on its own ways of seeing the emotions. And Leo is born out of the 5th house of expression and creative endeavors. So, let's see what energies you are dealing with this week of July 4th to the 11th. Now, your Neo is the 3 of Spades. So, with the 3 of Spades, something, person, place, or thing in your surroundings is opposite towards you. Okay? Keep that in mind, that something in your surroundings is opposite towards you. Now moving on to your Morpheus. The Morpheus that you get is the 3 of Hearts. So again, you're dealing with a lot of your surroundings since you have double 3s. So something in your surroundings, whether it be a person, place, or thing, is an opportunity. But something in your surroundings is blocking you from this opportunity. Now let's move to the Trinity to see how this reading is wrapped up. And then we'll calculate this to see what kind of energies you need to use to rectify this energy that's going on for you, or who you are dealing with in totality. Now, your Trinity is the 8 of Diamonds, so you're spending a whole lot of time into gifts. So the gifts that you are spending time in is well worth it, but don't let this opposition in your surroundings block you from going after your gifts and going after your opportunities. Now, let's calculate this up to see what energies you need to use to rectify this. So this is 8, plus another 3 is 11, plus another 3 is 14, 4 plus 1 is 5. So you could be dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you could be your worst enemy at this time, or you need to utilize the Leo energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to be more expressive. Express yourself. Express what you want to be creatively into, and what you want to create as far as your creative endeavors. But express yourself, and you will rectify this opposition. Now, moving on to Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury's. So Virgo is mutable earth, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical. And Virgo is born out of the 6th house of work, scheduling, and routine, as well as health. Now, let's pull one card out for your Neo to get started. So, 10 of Diamonds. So you are descending from a gift. Okay? So you are descending from a gift, whether that be a person, place, or thing, or circumstance, or situation. You're descending from a gift. Now, yes, that can be bad, but that's the beginning of your reading. We have 2 more cards to pull out of in order to see what the reading is as a whole. Okay, and then we will see what energies we need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in a totality. Now, 9 of Clubs is your Morpheus, so you are ascending into a learning process. So, by you descending from a gift, you are ascending into a learning process. Now, let's see what your Trinity is to end your section of the reading off. And you get the 10 of Spades. Okay, see? That's why you have 2 more cards, because the 10 and Spades are both negative, so they cancel each other out. So you are descending from opposition. But you are also descending from a gift, as well as ascending in a learning process. Now, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus another 9 is 29, 9 plus 2 is 12, 2 plus 1 is 3. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you underlining Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. Now, or you need to use the Gemini energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to communicate what's going on, communicate about what you want to do in order to rectify this and get back into your gifts. Now, moving on to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Now, Libra is cardinal air, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra is born out of the 7th house of relationships. Now, shuffle this 3 more times, including that 1, 2, and 3. So, starting off the reading is the 8 of Clubs. So you are spending a whole lot of time into a learning process. So you are learning. At least you're not wasting your time, and you are learning. Your Morpheus card that you get is the Queen of Spades. So you're receiving grand support from opposition. So you are spending a whole lot of time into a learning process, but receiving grand support from opposition, whether it be a person, place, or thing, even your own thoughts and feelings, because your thoughts and feelings are not you, they are influences, and you are receiving grand support from opposition. Your Trinity card that you get is the 5 of spades. So you are emotionally connected to opposition. Remember that these feelings are not yours, and you as a spirit being no thing, no shape, no form, are able to push this opposition away from you. Okay? So as a whole, you are spending a whole lot of time into a learning process. You are receiving grand support from opposition, whether it be a person, place, or thing, circumstance, situation, or your own thoughts and feelings. They are not your thoughts and feelings at all. In fact, they are influences. And the last card that you get is the 5 of spades, so you are emotionally connected to opposition. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with as a whole. 8 plus 5 is 13, plus another 10 is 23, plus another 2 is 25, 5 plus 2 is 7. So you are either dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or you need to utilize the Libra energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to create more balance, create more harmony, and create more balance in the situation. Now, moving on to Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Scorpio, you are fixed water, being fixated on your own ways of feeling the emotions, and Scorpio is born out of the 8th house of secrets, behind closed door energies, as well as the occult and mysticism. Now, let's shuffle this one more time. Alright, so this, never mind, cards wanted to come out. So 2 of diamonds. Someone or something, be it person, place, or thing, is a gift. So, there's someone or something that is a gift. Now, your Morpheus card that you get is the 9 of spades. So you are ascending into opposition. So, by someone else being a gift, or something else being a gift, whether it be person, place, or thing, thought, form, or this is an external card, so something outside of you is a gift. And since it's a 2, I feel like it's a person. And with the 9 of spades, you are descending from opposition. Not descending, ascending into opposition. Now, for your last card, your Trinity, you get the 9 of diamonds. So you are ascending into a gift. So, it's funny how you got 2 9s here of ascension. One's ascending into opposition, one is ascending into a gift. So, with that being said, you need to get rid of this opposition by realizing that this other person, place, or thing is a gift, and so you can rise up into those gifts and descend from this opposition. Now, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with as a whole. 9 plus 9 is 18, plus another 2 is 20, 2 plus 0 is 2. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or you need to utilize the Taurus energy. So what does that mean? That means to be more surface level. Bring things up to the surface and focus on your stability and focus on practicality. Now, in doing so, will rectify this energy. Now, moving on to Sagittarius's, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. So Sagittarius, you are mutable fire, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of seeing the emotions. And Sagittarius is born out of the 9th house of education, higher wisdom, as well as long distance travel, both externally and internally. Now, let's shuffle this up 2 more times, and we will begin. Now, your Neo that you get is the 9 of Spades. So you are ascending into opposition. Okay? So whatever happened or whatever is going on, you have ascended into opposition. Now, pulling out the Morpheus card for the middle of the reading, the 5 of Hearts. So you are emotionally connected to an opportunity, be it person, place, or thing, circumstance, or situation. But the first card being you ascending to opposition has got you emotionally connected to this opportunity. Now, let's pull out the Trinity to see how this reading is ending off, and then we will move on to tally everything up to see what energies need to be used to rectify this, or who you are dealing with as a whole. Now, 5 of Clubs. So you are emotionally connected to a learning process. Okay? So, with you ascending into opposition, you are, you therefore are being connected emotionally to an opportunity, which has got you emotionally connected to a learning process. Now, let's tally these up to see what energies need to use to rectify this. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus another 9 is 19, 9 plus 1 is 10. So you could be dealing, you're dealing with an Aries, because 1 plus 0, 0 is more space, so you could be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or underlining Capricorn. Okay. You're dealing with a Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you need to utilize the Aries, or an underlining Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn. Now, with that being said, you need to utilize the Aries energy, which means to be more about yourself, about your individuality, or you need to use the Capricorn energy as far as being about your business and being about your status. Now, moving on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. And Capricorn is cardinal Earth, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and being practical. And Capricorn is born out of the 10th house of business and status. Now, we'll shuffle these 2 more times and we will begin. Now, your first card for the Neo is 9 of Clubs. So you are ascending into a learning process. So you are learning, and you have ascended into a learning process. Your next card for the Morpheus is the Queen of Spades. So you're receiving grant support from opposition. So by you ascending into a learning process, you are receiving grant support from opposition. Now let's pull out your Trinity to end the reading off, then we will calculate these up to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with as a whole. Now, the last card in the Trinity is the Four of Hearts. So you are thinking of, whatever you're thinking about is an opportunity. So you have ascended into a learning process. You're giving your grand support, and you're receiving grand support from opposition, and whatever is on your mind is an opportunity, whether that be person, place, or thing, circumstance, situation. And yeah, let's see what energies we need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with as a whole. So 9 plus 4 is 13, plus another 10 is 23, plus another 2 is 25, 5 plus 2 is 7. So that is Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Or you need to utilize the Libra energy in order to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to bring more balance into the situation, bring more harmony into the situation, and in order to doing so, you will rectify this energy that you are dealing with in the current moment. Now moving on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So with that being said, your first card being the Neo is the Ace of Clubs. So you are learning, okay? You have you're in a position of learning at the moment. Now, with your second card being the Morpheus, you get the Six of Clubs. So you're paying attention to a learning process, okay? So whatever you're learning, which you are learning, being the Ace of Clubs, you're paying attention to a learning process. Alright? Whether that be from a person, place, or thing, circumstance, or situation. Now, with the King of Hearts, you're giving your grand support to an opportunity. So, whatever opportunity this is, whether we a person, place, or thing, circumstance, or situation, or thought form of your own, you're giving your grand support to an opportunity. Now, let's see what energies we need to use to rectify this. So, King is 13, plus another Ace is 14, plus a 6 is 20. So 2 plus 0 is 2, because 0 is just more space. So you can be dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Taurus energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to be more about your business, be more about your status, not your status, but being more about your not business status, apologize. Being more about your practicality and stability, not business or status. Being more about your stability and being more about being practical and focusing on your stability. Now, moving on to the last sign, but definitely not least, Pisces. So, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. So, the first card, Pisces, is the Five of Diamonds. So you are emotionally connected to a gift. So, would this be a person, place, thing, circumstance, or situation? In any way, you are emotionally connected to a gift. Now, with your Morpheus card, you get the King of Clubs. So you're giving your grand support to a learning process. So you're emotionally connected to a gift, as well as giving your grand support to a learning process. So you are learning. That's very good. Now, your last card, be it the Trinity that you're going to get, is the Seven of Clubs. So you're getting preview to some information that has got you in a learning process. Alright, so with this information that I've been privy to, whether that be a person, place, or thing, or circumstance, situation, has got you learning. Now, let's tally these up. Let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with as a whole. Now, 5 of diamond, 5 plus 7 is 12, plus another 10 is 22, plus the 3 is 25, 5 plus 2 is 7, so you could be dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Libra energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means to create more balance, create more harmony, and create more equal give and take. Okay, now, since that was Pisces, that would be the that will be the end of this reading. I hope this helped. The timestamps will be in the description. And yeah, timestamps will be in the description and the comments. And with that being said, I hope you have a good Sunday. And until next time, peace.